A call to cancel South African Airways landing rights and sponsors stand by Lance. Good morning. A Dutch member of the European Union has asked the EU Parliament to cancel South African Airways landing rights. Lucas Harting's submission comes after SAA confirmed that selection for its new cadet pilot training program was driven by the Employment Equity Act. Harting, a member of the Netherlands Freedom Party, asks in his submission whether SAA's policy is in accordance with the European Union anti-discrimination policy. SAA spokesperson Tladi says the airline does not discriminate in its employment policy. He says the aim of the pilot training program is to respond to the need for skills development.
It really would be a sad day for anyone to arrive at a conclusion that all that we are doing amounts to racism or discrimination. So it should not be an impression in the minds of South Africans or any other person for that matter that this particular program is designed to make it possible or it is an automatic entry into the workforce.
The South African government has vowed to block a move by wine retailers in the United Kingdom to import South African wines in bulk rather than in bottles. The government says the move would jeopardize hundreds of local packaging jobs. Currently, the bulk of South African wine is bottled and labelled inside the country before being exported to the European Union market. International Relations Minister Maite Mashabane has held bilateral talks with her EU counterpart Catherine Ashton in Pretoria. Mashabane briefed the media after the talks.
We would want to continue having that space to export good South African wine into the EU market. As the EU exports finished goods or beneficiated goods to South Africa. And one of the products that we think is good quality product that we would want to continue having access to the European market on is South African wines.
Home Affairs Deputy Minister Fatima Chauhan says only one of the 34 mine workers killed during violence at the Lonmin Platinum mine at Marikana in the northwest remains unidentified. She was addressing the media in Pretoria. Chauhan says there were 5 foreign nationals, 4 from Lesotho and 1 from Swaziland. She says they have so far issued 30 death certificates to bereaved families, most of whom originate from the Eastern Cape. The department has been tasked with identifying the dead, issuing death certificates and helping in the movement of bodies, some beyond South Africa's borders. A total of 44 people, including 2 policemen and 2 security officers, were killed in the violence at the mine. Nearly 80 others were wounded. Staff at the Monate Game Lodge in Limpopo are struggling to come to terms with the death of Solly the hippo. Solly died after being trapped in a swimming pool for 3 days. The veterinarian who arrived late to sedate the hippo has denied being responsible for his death. Dr. Alex Lewis says nothing could have been done to avoid Solly's death.
It's a complicated situation where I've put instructions in place to feed the hippo, and I didn't know that we were sitting here with everyone trying to film it and that there are times and dates being made, So yes, I take responsibility for not coming on time for your guys' schedule, but unfortunately I wasn't let to know about that schedule. So to catch him, I think that even if we'd tried to dart him or whatever we would do today, he would have died. An animal that's really stressed and it's really poor condition, they die, People in bad condition die, it's the same.
And finally, shifting focus to news abroad, Lance Armstrong's sponsors have shown mixed reactions to the US anti-doping agency's decision to strip the cycling legend of his 7 Tour de France titles and ban him from the sport for life. Nike is standing by Armstrong, but cycling team Radio Shack exercise bike maker Johnson Health Tech and sunglass maker Oakley, owned by Italy's Luxottica, have not come to his defense. Marketing experts say Armstrong's triumph over cancer and fundraising efforts make him a valuable pitchman even after his status has been tarnished. But they point that it will be difficult for him to endorse products if he's not allowed to show up at cycling events.